Then I'll talk about some of those tech careers that pay a lot of money and still require no coding experience whatsoever. Does this sound like fun? Let's dive into it. Okay, these right here are the entry-level positions that I would recommend you start with, because from here, what we're going to do is build experience, build our knowledge, build our credibility in the tech space, and then we're going to get promoted and we're going to look for jobs that pay a lot more. But with all of these tech jobs, you got to remember one thing: you got to feel good. If you don't like it, you got to move on to something else. While I was in college, one of the part-time jobs I did was worked at a help desk. There's different kinds of help desks. There's level 1, level 2. And with each level, you have a little bit more responsibility and a higher pay, and you specialize in something specific. So as a level 1 help desker, what I would do is a call would come in, I'd put on my headset, and I'd say, "Have a nice day." Now with these different help desks, usually if they can't resolve the problem up front, then they'll escalate it to a different customer service representative. These are people a little bit more skilled on the particular application, and they can help the customer better along. I don't need to go into detail about customer service. You all have had to deal with them. Next one is, if you enjoy writing, then technical writer might be a really good one for you. You know how you order a product, it could even be something like this headset, and no one reads the instructions in there. Someone has to write that. That could be the perfect job for someone starting out writing technical specifications. Next one is data entry. With a huge shift in digital transformation, all these companies that have been doing businesses for a very long time now need to convert their data over into something digital, into a computer, into their databases. I have a whole blog written on digital transformation. You can go check it out on my website. I believe you'll be way more successful if you have a goal in mind and if you know what to work towards, how you can constantly improve instead of just waiting for a promotion. Change jobs that pay more. Instead of staying at the entry-level job and then just trying to get promotion from there on, think about what skills you can gain out of it. So we can go move on to these next category of jobs that I'm about to show you. You can apply to some of these higher paying jobs and they still require no coding. But are entry-level tech job skills enough to get you the mid to advanced level tech jobs? No, they will not. And I will tell you more about it at the end so you know what to do. So what are some of these mid-level tech jobs? For those of you, my friends, who have a degree in another field, like whether you were a teacher or in something in biology, whatever career path you're currently on and you want to take a tech job, I am so happy you're doing that and you should be proud of yourself for taking the first step. And let's talk about how you can do it. I've sort of kind of tried to align the next category with the previous one so you can kind of see if you were to do some sort of a career progression, how you would go about doing it. But don't let it sound like that this isn't a straight line, that you have to go through that progression. You can move around. For instance, if you're a technical writer, you can go become a business analyst. Or if you are a technical writer, you can become a data analyst. Ever wonder how these huge tech companies and systems are built? A lot of the times we go through something called a system development lifecycle. Don't worry about what it means, but basically understand that developers are just one part of this whole big pie. In the tech field, we need people who can figure out if the system is even worth building. They need to go out there and do the analysis. We need people who will design the system and figure out how each little thing should work. For example, here's my website. We need people who can figure out when I click on the blog icon, what needs to happen. So when a system is brand new, it's a blank slate, a business analyst will do something like that. Then we need people who will figure out what kind of stuff to write on my actual blog site. And those will be people like content managers and figure out how the different types of information is managed throughout the entire organization. We also have data analysts. And one of the first projects I had when I started working at IBM was a QA tester. And there are different kinds of QA testers, but the one that doesn't require much technical knowledge is something what I was doing. They're called functional testers. And basically, all these people do is they go out on a website or a system that is being built and they figure out, is it working the way it's supposed to? So if I click on the home button, does the actual homepage appear? When I click the contact and fill out this form, does it do what it's supposed to do? When I click the send message button, does it actually send the email? That's what a QA tester is doing. It's quality assurance. They're making sure the website or the system works the way it is supposed to do. And a really good thing about these jobs is the salary range is really big and you can get promoted within a business analyst field many times, you can keep going up in the career as a QA tester. You can keep getting more and more technical or advanced with your systems that you work on, and you can make easily over 100K in any of these areas. And I've made detailed videos on business analyst and a data analyst, and I will link them at the end, so you make sure you check them out. But for now, let's move on to the next category. After you've been working as a business analyst for a little while, you will see that there are different types of certifications we can do. One of those certifications is Scrum Master. Lately, the companies have been working with the agile methodology. So they have different roles, and they have different ways of managing work and managing projects. So having some sort of an agile certification will help you get to the next level, and that's going to help you make more than $100,000 per year for your salary. And so many companies are wanting to grow their footprint in the social space as well as the content space. They're hiring more and more people who can make content and write content for them about their products as well as their services they provide. And digital marketing is a huge business right now. So if you've developed some of those content creation skills I talked about, you can go into the digital content manager space and then grow your career from there. A project manager is going to be dealing with the resources that they have, how many number of hours each person is going to be able to work, what kind of skill sets they have, what kind of resources they need to bring onto the project to accomplish a project. And then moving one level even higher than that is a program manager. An organization can have an overarching program that they have initiated. For example, digital transformation, as I mentioned earlier, is an initiative that a program manager could lead. And under that, you could have lots of different projects you have going on with different departments or different types of systems. So a program manager is going to oversee all the different projects. Some of the program managers at different companies, some of the larger companies, can make over $200,000 a year. So these are just some of the tech jobs that can make you a lot of money, but you have to figure out what journey you want to go along. Take a look at any tech job and you will see that it requires many years of experience. And this is a pain point so many people have. They can't get into a tech job because they don't have the proper skill set. And it even happens to people who are already working in the tech industry, but they can't make that next jump because they don't have the proper skill set to showcase for that next level job. And that is why you should check out this video where I talk about how to gain that experience, how to build it, and showcase that on your resume. Like the video if you got value out of it, and hey, keep on being awesome.